like I was made for this.
I keep getting blocked by chuds that I've never interacted with or really covered much or at all. Keeps happening. I'm blocked by Razorfist. I literally, the only time I've ever really talked about Razorfist was on I have a clip where me and Little Movie Perp were talking, and he came up, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make a vow now that I'm probably never gonna cover Razorfist. Because he's just like such a cringe edgelord shithead that like he just tries way too hard. I just like, I don't know. I would feel bad making fun of him probably because he's just such a dork. But yeah, I never fucking covered him. And yet I saw him say some stupid shit on Twitter about comics in particular, and I tweeted at him, and then I was blocked instantly. Insta block. But that was not the most recent one. There's a newer one. Look at this motherfucker. Blocked me. And I've like never, I don't think I've ever tweeted at him. I've definitely never made a video about him. I think maybe the most that's been said about him has been, you know, here and there on our initiative streams. And then like, yeah, we've had Westside Tyler on, and Westside Tyler tends to make he's a repeat Shad cover, you know. But like, what the fuck? They are just scared of me, right? Like I am just now. I think it's pretty official, and I'm jokingly called myself this, but I think it's kind of true. I am the kind of Baba Yaga of these people. They just don't. They won't even fucking hesitate to just lock me out. They know not to fuck with me. They know not to fuck with the things that I say. They know not to let me say anything to their audience. I mean, because Ethan Van Sciver did the same shit a couple of years ago. You know, he started going at me on Twitter, and I retweeted and said a couple of things, and apparently those couple of things were just, he was like, no. Can't have him saying this shit. And he just blocked me. I guess I just, you know, is it possible to be too good at what you do? I guess it is, because I really would prefer to be able to like tweet about these guys and dunk on them and shit like that. And I'd prefer them to talk to me, actually. Come talk with me. Just chat. Let's have a conversation. They're not going to do it, sadly. Sadly. Just a damn shame. Yeah, if you're not scared of me, you would just come and talk. You know, and then the thing is they would maybe be more likely to have me on their channel, which I'm not 100% against, but there would need to be some stipulations, because I know the tactics they use to kind of like, you know, so for one, I would definitely be like, no fucking super chats, no reading chats while we're talking. Fuck that. Keep your chats off the screen. Because, you know, I've seen several times where chuds will just, you know, they're not doing so well in a conversation, or they, you know, they're starting to look bad, so they bring up a chat that somebody talks shit on the other person, and he's like, ah, ha, ha, and it gets the chat, you know, back on their side, and nobody's thinking about the thing that the point you were just making. Fuck that. No. I'd even do it in a recorded setting, not even live stream, if they wanted to, where just both of us get to record it, you know, upload it in its entirety, or whatever, you know, however you want to agree to do that. And I'm not even necessarily saying a debate. I know that tends to be what these things devolve into. But really, I just would like you guys to back up some of your claims, to answer for some stuff that's very obviously bogus bullshit. Yeah, I mean, EFAP definitely did that. And then edgier than now, you know, that Smudboy guy, like their whole community, apparently edgier than now, said that they have a rule, like a no Dane rule, like a no actual fandom rule. Like I'm just like persona non grata. They won't even fuck with me. And I know that they say that I'm bad faith. I know that they say that I'm being like dishonest or some shit. I don't know. It's like, how, man? How am I doing that? How am I being fucking dishonest about anything? When I'm asking you to support your claims, that is simply how, you know, logic works. You make a claim. You know, the scientific method works on this. You made a claim. You posited a positive claim. That means you need to substantiate that claim. Give me some evidence to support the thing you said. Otherwise, it's just some bullshit you said. You know, the major one that underlies all of this chud content that you know is that somehow wokeness, whatever that means, because there's another aspect that's like you got to define that shit. Somehow that is actually responsible for any of the negative, you know, things that happen to the media or the companies or whatever. But they can't prove that because it's not something that's provable. It's not something that you can't look at a list of the failure movies of the last 10 years and every single one of them is a woke movie, whatever the fuck that means. There's been a lot of movies they would consider woke and have considered woke that did really fucking well, and they've always got their cope for that thing. But like, that's what I want you guys to answer for. Answer for this fucking obvious cope and this obvious, you know, just grasping at straws. If it's not that, if that's not what it is, and there's some logic I'm missing, I'd like to know what it is. I'd like for them to explain it to me. Oh, really? Where'd you see that? Was that in the Reddit post about it or what? So, someone said about our EFAP video recently, or was it my solo video, or was it one that was about all of us? The RLM one, or what? Anyway, that they'd never asked it. They say that every time, basically. Like, there's been several times whenever, oh, my comments, okay. Whenever they show up to a live stream or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you know, you didn't want to talk to EFAP about this, did you? You know, they'll talk to anybody. You know, there's somebody literally said that recently, and it was like, yeah, man, we tried. We've literally put out videos, you know, stream bits and everything. Where we're just like, hey, EFAP, we would love to talk to you. Do you want to talk to us? We'll talk to you. You know, come on." And they just nope, shut it down. They won't do it. One of my favorite moments from any stream release of the initiative is this 1 minute clip here. Maybe I need to upload this as a short, but just ignore the guy on the bottom right if you can. Like, I mean, you know, he apparently doesn't like that we still show videos that he's in or something. And it's like, well, man, sorry, we're not going to throw away all the times you're on a stream.
Add on the attack stream bullshit.
So yeah, this is whenever we had Southpaw and SK on or whatever, and the judge showed up being like, "Oh, you're just an attack stream. You're doing a hit piece or whatever." And this is my response to that.
Even if you don't understand, you know, power dynamics in terms of like their platform is much fucking larger than ours. So like us talking about them is not really an attack. And if it is an attack, if that's the way you look at it, then what does it mean whenever they go after a channel with 50,000 subscribers or less, fewer, you know, when they have like, what, how many hundreds of thousands? And then all you guys swarm to their fucking channels and start talking shit the way you're doing right now. And, you know, what does that mean? Right? Like, use your own, that logic you're trying to use against us, use it against, you know, the guys you're fucking worshiping at the feet of. Because if you do, you'll realize their shit kind of falls apart too. So either apply it consistently or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That down.
Well,
That
yeah,
sounds
Dane,
logical.
you
I
said
don't
it,
like
bro.
that. I don't like.
Hell yeah, man.
Good times, good times. Oh, the Night Monkey. You tried, man. You tried. All right. So, hello from a member of the Toxic Brood. This is Johnny Malkov. Just wanted to say hello, extend a greeting, etc. As always, the boys at EFAP have always extended open invites to talk to anyone they criticize. Southpaw, you should know this. Hell, I'll gladly talk to any of all of you. Civil, rational conversation, but it seems as if y'all are incapable of such. So you will likely call me hate monger or asshole or worse, and that's okay. I do not have the information to call you a hate monger or an asshole. I can guess that you might be an asshole. You kind of come off as pretentious. I can say that much based on this. And you definitely are speaking on behalf of EFAP and what you believe to be their policy, except we are the exception of their policy. So, you know, let's see if you amend your understanding whenever given new information. So Night Monkey said, Dane and the others have tried to have conversation with them, but EFAP are too cowardly to do it. That is 100% true. 100%. I doubt that highly. They're always welcoming of different opinions. Hell, that's how Mahler and Wolf met in the first place. Okay, well, I hate to tell you, but I don't think I'm going to be either one of us, any of us are going to be joining the EFAP streams anytime soon, even if we did have a conversation. The reason that Mahler doesn't want to have us on, or at least me, I don't want to speak for the other guys, me, is because I reject the premise of the foundation of his entire lens of criticizing, analyzing media. I reject it outright. And before we could even have a conversation about anything, I would need him to explain. It's not, they don't, look, we'll just look at the graphic again, okay? So in the subreddit where they were kind of melting down about this graphic, there was one criticism of it that I actually like, okay, that's kind of fair. Somebody said that this chart actually falls for the same sin that I list in the first one listed here, the obscurantist. And that is kind of true, actually. That it does limit information because, it's by format, it is limited. However, it is kind of true that, especially towards the end here, I started being kind of glib, started making some shitty remarks. But it doesn't matter. There's no amount of anything there's no amount of information that I could convey that would cause them to not come up with some justification excuse for why I was wrong. And by the way, many of these were suggested by Bob of the Old Ways. That's not organized chaos. Bob of the Old Ways. Direct your harassment to Bob of the Old Ways. Okay. He really loves Rings of Power. I'll give you guys a boost on going after him. He really loves Rings of Power. He thinks it's a pretty good show. Go for it, EFAPers. Hit him. Get him. Do what you do. You guys know you do that shit. Go get him. Okay. Whoa, I just saw this. That's crazy, man. That's wild. I did say that when I started out doing debates, I was like, I want to be the Matt Dillahunty of fandom. And if I've become the Sam Cedar, that's actually better, honestly.